The board meeting will come to order. Good afternoon, and thank you for attending the April 11th, 2024 Albuquerque Civilian Police Oversight Advisory Board meeting. Ms. Barela, can we have an attendance roll call?
Sander Bolianians.
Present.
Aaron Calderon.
Present.
Shema Newton.
Present.
Gail Oliver. Present. Rowan Weimark.
Present.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Barela. We are now going to move into the appeals portion of our agenda. The first appeal we are going to hear is CPC number 250-21, brought by Mr. David Arp. Is there Mr. David Arp in the audience? Thank you, sir. Are there any representatives for APD on behalf of CPC 250-21? Thank you, sir. And you're ready to proceed, correct, sir? Are you ready to proceed? Are you able to proceed with the case? Thank you, sir. CPOA, Ms. Diane McDermott, you are as well?
Correct.
Thank you. I am now going to ask that the board's counsel read out the rules of procedures that we will be following during this appeal hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is an appeal of the findings and recommendations of the CPOA Director in the matter of CPC number 250-21. In this appeal, each interested party has an opportunity to be heard and present arguments stating their position. No new evidence will be permitted to be introduced unless, at the discretion of the board, such evidence is relevant and could not have been known or obtained during the course of the investigation. The hearing today is a quasi-judicial hearing, and the decisions will be made by the members of this board. The scope of this appeal will be limited to the complaint and the findings of the investigation that followed. If parties during their presentation go outside of this scope, they may be directed by the board that the only arguments that will be considered by the board are those relating to the complaint and subsequent investigation. We are recording this meeting tonight so that a complete, clear record can be created of everything being said. However, please remember that we cannot create an accurate record with people talking over one another. If people start to talk over each other, the chair may call for order so that there can be a clear record of the hearing. The parties should remain respectful and professional during their presentations. Any disruption of another party's presentation shall not be tolerated.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Arp, would you mind coming up to the podium behind the gentleman here in the center? Awesome. So just real quick, so you have 15 minutes, of course. At the 1 minute mark, Ms. Barela here will ring a bell, just so you know you have 1 minute left. You can hopefully be wrapping up, and then from there we'll ask questions at the end, okay? Board members, we will hold all questions to the end.
All right, thank you. And just to clarify, I need to summarize my appeal.
Okay.
Is that correct?
It would be good if you did.
Okay.
And Ms. Barela, are you ready? Are you ready, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, 15 minutes starts now.
So I first filed this complaint on, the incident was on December 1st. I filed it on that day, 2021. So it's been a long time coming, both in the findings and then in obtaining this appeal hearing. So my primary concerns were related to Officer Dunn unlawfully detaining me, ordering a transfer of custody for my children, which placed them into an unsafe situation. They were sent back into a COVID-positive household with their mother, who was not able to care for them. So we had Officer Dunn was sending them back into the care of her boyfriend, off-duty Officer Frederick Ruiz. And it was during my custody time. And we do have a parenting plan.
I apologize for interrupting, but just as a point of order,
Yes, sir.
I think it would be a good recommendation that as parties present their arguments, that they don't refer to the officer by their full name, but rather by the initial that was used in the investigation.
You understand that request, sir?
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Barela. You can continue time.
And so we did have a parenting plan in place at the time that precluded if a parent was unable to care for the children or incapacitated, that they would, the other parent would assume care for them. So the children were being withheld. They should have been transferred to me, and there was no disagreement about that. I